Speaking of interviews, the way we generally start our interviews is by giving an introduction. And this is very important because this is where you create an impression. You give them what you are, who you are, and you let them create an impression by the way you give your introduction. So this is very important, even not only with interviews, even outside that. If you get an opportunity to introduce yourself to your clients or superiors or peers once you start your job, this aspect is very important. So I'm going to share a framework today with which you can create an impactful introduction of yours. So the framework goes PEP, which means personal, your educational, and your professional data. So these are the three sets of data which you're giving, and you're arranging them in a very structured manner, not giving extra details so that the person is not annoyed. So starting with the personal, start by sharing a brief personal anecdote, your story, something about you, something which is unique about you, only you can speak. Well, generally what people do is they go with a boring introduction that this is me, this is where I studied, this is what I work. Everybody does that. What is different about you? What is special about you? What is something which is not mentioned in your CV or your resume? So go for that. Start with story of yours with a positive note, something which you have achieved in your life. And then you go for the educational part where you discuss your educational background, what have you achieved, what has it given you, how has your education shaped your personality. And then after that, we go for the professional aspect of yours, where you mention your achievements in your previous experience, what you have done. Okay. Let me give you a few examples of how this works, and so that you get a glimpse of how can this be structured into a phrase. For example, hello, I'm Vasif. I've always been an avid traveler, and my recent backpacking trip across Asia taught me the value of adaptability and embracing diversity. I pursued a degree in international relations, which opened my eyes to global perspective and refined my critical thinking. And finally, in my professional life, I was instrumental in launching a customer centric campaign at my previous job, which increased customer satisfaction by 25%. It's been a journey of self discovery and continuous growth. Remember, you have to say this with confidence. You have to look natural when you say this. The second example is hello, I'm John. I'm an amateur chef, and my love for experimenting with flavors and ingredients reflects my creativity and attention to detail. I pursued a degree in computer science, which laid the foundation for my analytical and problem solving skills. Finally, in my professional life, I led a cross functional team that successfully launched a complex software project ahead of schedule, resulting in a 30% increase in company revenue. It's been a journey of flavors, algorithm, and achievements. And the final example would be hello, I'm Amit. I'm an adrenaline junkie and I have conquered some of the world's highest bungee jumpings. This has taught me courage, risk taking, and the value of pushing boundaries. Moving on to my educational journey, I pursued a degree in business management, which provided me with a strong foundation in leadership and strategic thinking. And finally, in my professional life, I led a team that executed a critical cost saving initiative, resulting in $1.5 million in annual savings. It's been a journey of thrills, strategies, and financial achievements. So now for the task, your task is to figure out how you can use this framework to give your introduction. So come up with an anecdote, come up with a story, figure out what you can say and what are the achievements you have got in your professional life, what has your education, how has your education helped you frame your personality, come up with a very good introduction and do share it in the group. Thank you.